Greetings, Little John here, back at the range. If you've never been here before, I'm an archer and I'm about to do some archery in the woods. And this is kind of like a vlog, a journal, a visual journal, like I said a couple of years ago. So I'm hoping to do a full round, 24 targets. Sorry about the noise, there's some cars here apparently. Yeah, so I'm hoping to do a full round, 24 3D targets. If you don't know what 3D archery is, it's basically the same as ordinary archery. You have your bow and your arrows and you shoot stuff. But instead of regular targets, you shoot 3D targets, which means instead of a flat surface, it's shaped three-dimensionally, and usually in the form of an animal, which I'll show you shortly. If you have been here before, welcome back. I'm glad you're still following along. I was here yesterday as well, and did a half a round. And I was hoping to get here earlier today, but I wasn't able to. But I'm here now, and it's different weather conditions than last night. Last night it was sunny, but the sun was really low, so it was hard to see the targets properly. So I'm hoping to do better now. It's about 15 minutes past 3, I think. September 7th. So this will most likely be my last chance this year. But enough rambling, let's get shooting. Yeah, I think this is good. Blue peg is a couple of meters ahead. I'll try here. It must have been the worst shot this year. I think I was too concerned about where I'm standing and if you can see me, so I'm actually going to do that one more time. Let's call that a practice shot. The first and only today. Okay, I'm going to stand over here instead. Hopefully you can see me and the target. Sake. So, 10 and miss somewhere over here. These don't count. Yeah, I felt like doing something different today, so I started at target 9 or whatever it is instead of my usual round, just to mix things up. So, like I said, if you're new to 3D archery, you have usually 24 targets, and the scoring is from 5 to 11. You can either score 5, 8, 10 or 11 or miss. You should only shoot 2 arrows from various distances. You don't know the distance or the size of the animal or the score zones when you approach the target. And those distances are marked by pegs. Shooting longbow, it's the blue pegs. And you also have a red peg and yellow and white for the beginners and children. And the maximum distance on the blue pegs is 30 meters. But since this is my training course, I usually don't usually stick to the blue pegs. I try to vary it from. I don't usually stick to the blue pegs. Sometimes I shoot there, sometimes just in front or just behind, just to vary the distance. But okay, let's see if we can find that arrow. Probably not. I don't usually find arrows when I miss this target, so it could be anywhere. But I did find it. Nice. So 10 and miss. Yeah, so this is target 9. And as you can see, this is the animal we're supposed to shoot, and there's the 11 right there, the red dot. Like I said, I was here yesterday as well, and on this particular spot there are actually 2 targets, the deer and some pheasants. And yesterday I shot the pheasants, so I'm gonna shoot the deer today. And here is the red peg. So from this distance, you shoot that animal here. These are, the red is usually compound shots, and I'm not sure if the Olympic recurve archers are shooting there, but at least the compound. I think probably the recurve archers as well. And the blue peg is, there's the blue peg, and there's a yellow one here, and a white just ahead here. So I'll be standing here. I think I was standing behind it. You're supposed to stand behind the blue peg. In some rules, you're supposed to have 1 foot on it, but in the rules we're shooting, you can actually stand within 1 meter. So I could stand like here, or yeah, as long as I'm behind and not further away than 1 meter. So I'm gonna just stand in the marsh here, I think. Trying to stay a little dry at least. Okay, so the sun is directly above me here, shining towards me through the clouds, but still it makes it difficult to see. So alright, but let's try it. I'm guessing this is about 20 meters, maybe. I think I can see the circle actually. Sometimes. But my sight changes when I'm actually at full draw for some reason. Okay, let's try it. Miss. Also, if you're new here, I'm struggling with my technique a lot, and I've usually been canting, but now I'm trying to have a more vertical bow, and yeah, there's a lot of issues. So that was a stupid shot I should not have released. That's a really good shot. Probably 8 or 10, I think. I want to do one more, but then if I hit around the same place, it's going to be difficult to see which one I shot first, because the next one wouldn't count. So I'm just going to go on. So here are the pheasants I was talking about. And let's see. Yeah, so another nice 10 and a miss. So this is just sloppy. I mean, this is not how I shoot. This is how, when I don't focus. I mean, yeah. Annoying because, yeah, that's not how I usually shoot. Well, I guess that's not correct because, well, as you can see, I did shoot like that. But, yeah, that was just me not focusing. But let's score it and continue. So, 5 and miss. So 5 and 5. Since I've started explaining 3D archery a little, I might as well continue. So the entire animal here is outside the ring is 5 points. So 5, 5, 5. Inside here is 8. Next one is 10, and this one is 11. If I would have hit the log here that the snake is kind of coiling around, that would be a miss. Same as here as well. And some animals have horns, so if you hit the horn, that's also a miss. But yeah, 2 hits at least here. Almost finished my scorebook now, only have a few pages left, so I'm gonna have to get myself another one, and so should you. I've made these and you can buy them from the link below. Just sold 4 to a guy who's going to the European Championships, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, some of the best archers in Europe are actually using these now, I guess. Hey, I haven't thought about that, that's pretty cool. Anyway, 5, 5. Pretty good hit, a little high, but not a good shot though. I'm gonna do one more. Yeah. Oh, actually. Alright, so that actually did hit the animal. So that means I shouldn't have fired the second one because I'm only allowed to have 2 hits per target, so I'm sorry about that. This nice 10 here doesn't count. We have 8, luckily, and a 5 here. So, next one, standing goat. Alright. It's up here somewhere. So I've been coming from there and going up here now. Let me know if you can see a blue peg somewhere. Ah, see it. Huh, actually it's on the other side. The picture showed the other side of the animal, so that's not valid in the competition, I guess. They're supposed to be the same way, but I don't mind. Or I don't care. Okay, let's try to do this properly now. Draw all the way back, and then wait until you're ready to shoot. That hit exactly where I aimed. I'm not too happy with my technique though, but it's a good hit at least. Ooh, that first one was perfect actually. I mean, that is dead on the 11. I mean, you can't. That's pretty cool. So 11 and 5. So barely a 5 and a 5. So, as you could see, I did 3 shots. I did an extra one because I missed the second one. So I hit really good on the first one, tried to replicate that on the second, messed up, tried to think about what I did, and tried to think about what I did again on the first one that worked. And yeah, was able to do that. So I got another hit. That doesn't count. And that was another 11. So we got 2 perfect shots from way down there, but only one of them count. So actually the second was a little better, but this one doesn't count. So we have 11 and a miss. So even that is really annoying. I try to look on the bright side because I knew what I did wrong and I was able to correct it. And like I said in the last video, I really feel like I'm on the right track here. So I'm probably gonna need to spend the entire indoor season just perfecting, or let's be honest, it won't be perfect, but working on that technique. Because, well, and like I said, this is probably the last time I'll be able to shoot out here this year. So the animals are being put in storage really soon. So that means I need to shoot indoors, and that's just a target. And what better way to practice your technique than that? Out here I'm just having fun. Well, I do think about my technique and try to work on it, but when the animals aren't here, I don't have a choice. I need to, because I want to shoot and I want to get better. So it's going to be interesting to see how I fare next year if I'm able to, yeah, continue working on that technique. So here you can see a really good example of all the pegs. First red, then blue, then yellow and white. So I think I'll just be standing by the blue one, shooting at the right snail. So 8 and misses. This seemed like a nice spot to just sit down, relax a little. I looked at the scorebook. This was target 9, so almost halfway through. I said yesterday that yeah, I'll probably get more journally or personal in the next video. I'm not sure how much, but I'm not sure if I feel like doing that just now. So this is probably going to be another video of me just shooting. Like I said in the last video, my mother died recently. And yeah. And if you haven't been following me, like I said before, well, welcome. This is like what I call an archery journal. So like I said, So if you're new, I also I also see a therapist now. Not because of this. I was starting that way before, but yeah. So, but now, of course, this is an issue that we talk about. But I don't know. I've had some good days the last few days, so I don't feel like talking about it on camera would help me in any way just now. So I might just yes, I might talk about that later, I guess. About that and other stuff that is bothering me. Perhaps I will. Okay, no. You know what? Let's do something else. Let's talk about some good stuff instead. Because I've been moaning and complaining like forever, I feel. So let's try to see if there's something positive I can talk about instead. Yeah. So what is there? Okay. So okay. One thing I'm also training karate or whatever you wanna. How do you want to pronounce it? Karate in Norwegian. And I've done that a couple of times from when I was a child until adulthood. I think I've started about 3-4 times, like training for a couple of years, then I quit, and yeah. But this is the longest period I've had so far. But I've talked to my therapist about this. I've also noticed that and of course everyone knows this, but it's one thing to know it, and another thing to actually experience it. That physical activity helps with depression. I was planning on training in the summer as well, because they had like a summer 1 day a week in the summer. So I went to the first one, and then I hurt my foot, and then I hurt my other foot, and then I was on vacation, and then, well, this thing with my mom. So I haven't been able to train as much as I'd like to this summer. But now the regular training has started again, and I was there on Thursday, so a couple of days ago, 4 days ago. And it was really good to get back there and start training again. I was a little worried about my shoulder because, yeah, there is something really off about my shoulder or collarbone. So I probably should see a doctor or physical therapist about that. I don't really experience it when shooting though, but like mundane tasks or simple movements kind of hurt. So I don't know. Yeah, so that's one positive thing, I guess, that I'm back to training again. I'm also training with my daughter, or not. She's actually a class before me, and I wait while she's training, and then she'll wait for me when I'm training, and then we'll head back home. So it's a nice thing we share together, and again I felt that training on Thursday, because this summer when I haven't been training, I'm not sure that's the reason. Well, it's not, because a lot of stuff has been on my mind, and the thing with my mom as well. But it's interesting to note that I haven't been training much physically, and I've been really depressed this summer. But like I said, there has been that thing with my mom, so that thing, that passing, or yeah. So it's it's good to be back, and I'm looking forward to continuing that. And if I don't want to jinx it, but if I get my next belt this Christmas, I'll be able to get my first brown one in the summer again. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, okay. I think I want to get on with the shooting now, don't you? Yeah. Let's grab the old bow and let's get going. Yeah, while I was walking towards the next target, I was thinking about what I said about physical activity. I mean, archery is definitely a physical activity, especially when you're out in the woods. So, and I have been shooting a little, but like I also mentioned before, it doesn't have the same therapeutic effect on me that it used to. It does have some still. I mean, I just love being out here, but yeah, as of the moment, it seems that the karate training is giving more of that therapeutic effect, not just when doing it, but also afterwards. When I'm done shooting, I'm usually back to my, I don't want to say my old self, because my old self wasn't depressed. Well, I have been in the past, but that's not how I see myself. If you watched my first videos, I was like a happy-go-lucky guy. Imitating Gollum right over here, actually.
No, it hurts us.
But when I am out here now, my mind is mainly focused on archery, which is good. So it does still work to some degree. And I want to get better, and I want to have fun. So as long as it's not killing me to get out here and shoot my bow, I'm still continuing to do it. And I have several ideas of other videos I want to make in addition to the journal you're watching now. But like I said, let's get shooting. Okay, let's try something really interesting. My phone is able to do split screen, so I'm gonna try to capture both me and the. So I'm gonna try to capture both me and the target. Let's just see if I can. I'm not sure where I can place this though, but maybe somewhere here. Something like that. Okay, let's try that. Okay, there we are. So 8 and 5. Yeah, not really good shots, but hits at least. Coming up on target 18 or 11 for me. Is that right? But have a look. There are still blueberries left. A little soft, but I'm gonna eat it. Nope. This one. Yeah, the fucking smoothie. Another 11, and then I messed it up with this thing here. But actually, I think that's the foot. So it is a point. Yep. So that's 5. But for fuck's sake, this was. I mean, I couldn't see actually the rings, but I could see the dark areas here from the previous hits. So I expected that to be 11, and it hit just where I aimed or where I focused. But also, I didn't come to a full draw there. So I tried to replicate that again, and then I just messed up. I dropped my shoulder, I released too early, and the key is just consistency. Doing the same thing over and over, but it's so difficult for me. I don't know. It's really annoying. However, I am confident that if I continue to do what I did here, or no, exactly not just what I did there, but coming to that draw in one motion and being able to stop there for just a second and controlling my release more, because it's like my body just takes over. So that is, yeah, so I've got my work cut out for me this fall and winter. Yeah, that's miss. Eight and 5. So we have 2 hits on the eagle. 1. Oh, it's better than I thought. Is that 8 or 10? Yeah, it looks like an 8. 8, 5, 13. So a really nice shot here. A 10. And the cutest target we have. I don't really want to shoot it, it's too cute. And what sounded like a broken arrow here. What? Maybe it wasn't. Nope, survived. So, an involuntary stop here. The one that didn't break. Didn't break, but the point came loose, so I need to glue that again. So I'm not going to be using that. But also my tripod broke, so I'll try to fix that before we continue. Oh, that's annoying. Just outside the 8. Perfect line though, but... So, 5, 5. Shooting the head of the big spider. Only the top half. Can't focus now. Oh! 2 hits. I thought that was a miss, actually. So thankfully I got 2 hits. 5, 5. Okay, so we're back at target 1. I'm gonna do the small one since I did the big spider. So I tested starting somewhere else today, but when continuing this course next year, I'll probably start and finish the way I normally do, meaning start here on the goat and end on the spider, because when I was done there, I felt really spent and yeah, felt done really. But we still have some targets left, so let's go to the next one now and try again to shoot properly. So yesterday I was standing here, so I'm gonna go a little further ahead now, standing by the blue peg, I think. Sounds like a broken arrow to me. Okay, before I go and check that hit, yeah, there was only one because the third one, well, obviously doesn't count. That was just for my own practice. Yeah, I know what I'm doing wrong, but for some reason like I said, just a few targets back, it's like my body takes over. I can't control it. I have no idea how. I mean, it should be so simple. If I want to pick up something with my hand, it picks up something with my hand. So I'm in control. If I want to squeeze it or throw it, no problem. But when it comes to actually doing the thing I want to do, which is looking at the target, lifting my bow, keep looking at the target, drawing back all the way to my anchor, making sure I'm locked on the target, and then letting go. It sounds so simple, and whenever I am able to do that, I get really good shots. So, if you have any suggestions on how I can take control over my own body, and I'm more than willing to listen, because sometimes I move my eyes, sometimes I let go before anchoring, sometimes I drop my shoulder, but I know exactly, like I just showed you, that's what I'm supposed to do, but for some reason it's so hard. But let's see what they are. Yeah, not good, I think, but still a hit. So 5 and miss. That one doesn't count, but I'm concerned about that arrow. It did not, which means I only have 2 arrows to shoot. But where is my point? We should actually remove this, so that's one less stone to hit. Alright, never mind. Two hits on the wolf. Not really good ones, but 2 hits at least. 5 and 5. Five, 5. I was shooting from up there. 5, 5. Five, miss. So, coming up on the last target now, the rabbits, and it's getting late. This was about the time I started yesterday, so the lighting is, well, it's fine, but yeah, it's a good thing I'm not starting now and instead finishing the round. I think my score is around average, around what I have been shooting lately. So I don't have any high hopes of getting a record or anything. And yeah, like I said earlier in the video, I was feeling confident that about my new technique, but the fact that I can't control it is so annoying and makes this more of a hassle than fun and, well, therapy as it has been. So yeah, kind of looking forward to the indoor season now. Usually I don't. Usually I just want to stay outside and shoot 3D. But now I'm hoping to see some improvements in my technique when we're starting, or after shooting a while indoors. Anyways, let's do the last target. Standing further back now just so you can see me. But the blue peg is actually where the camera is now. But let's try this. Move my eyes. So that's the last one. 2 hits at least. Not really good ones, but hits. So that is 5, or maybe an 8. Actually, nope. 5. Okay, so that's it for today. Hopefully not for the year. I'm hoping to, like I said, to do a round or two in the other course, which is not far from here actually. But yeah, the indoor season is starting for me, so normally that marks the end of my videos. Fortunately for you guys, I'm taking a long time editing, so when this comes out, it's I'll probably have some new content, and because I am planning to do some studio stuff, like how I make my arrows, how I repair arrows, perhaps make a bow even. Yeah, and I've got some other ideas as well. So Now I'm just gonna go back to put the flag back in the box, and I'll put the score up on the next green. So, toodles. Proper Bergen lunch, skillingsbolle. I was here with my daughter, but she wouldn't allow me to shoot them. Har du det magiska vattnet?
I get conflicted about shooting the wolf.